Buddy Murphy invoking his rematch clause right here tonight at the Royal Rumble. He wants Rey Mysterio in a ladder match, and he demands an answer from the Cruiserweight Champion next week. L.I.J in the building! Evil! SANADA! With a magic killer and Hiromu Goto! You think you're in a place to make demands, Tetsuya Naito? No more, no more. There will be 2 stipulation matches next week. One to determine the match type itself, the other to determine a stipulation on top of the match. Johnny Gargano will face a member of Los Ingobernables de Japón. He will face Hiromu Takahashi. And as for that other match that we talked about, SANADA. He'll go one-on-one against Seth Rollins. Next week, we take action, and I pray and I hope that at the Royal Rumble, we take that title back. We take ECW back. And we take you down. Well, fans, welcome to this episode of ECW, but it seems like we're off to a bit of an abrupt start here. Buddy Murphy came running down to the ring a moment ago, took a ladder out from underneath the ring, and it seems it's standing right at the top of it. And judging by what he had to say to Rey Mysterio last week, it's pretty obvious what he's doing up there as well. He is calling out Rey Mysterio here tonight to answer the challenge that Murphy laid out last week. Murphy's impatience already showing in waves here. He does not want to wait any longer. He doesn't want to wait any longer in this episode of ECW. He wants Rey Mysterio out here right now. And he wants him out here because of how little time there is left in the eyes of Buddy Murphy until he ends the career of Rey Mysterio at the Royal Rumble. Murphy standing up there, looking around, but he's not looking hard enough. He is not looking in the right places. Mysterio enters the ring and takes Murphy from the ladder. Murphy sent crashing and burning to the floor. Mysterio topples him down. That doesn't need more than 2 words to respond to Murphy. Rey Mysterio accepts it'll be a ladder match for the Cruiserweight title at the Royal Rumble. Well, that sure was one way to start this episode of ECW, but this one is a huge one. Tonight, Seth Rollins returns to ECW action to face the Cold Skull SANADA of L.I.J in order to determine a stipulation for the ECW Championship match at the Royal Rumble. And then, of course, in the main event of the evening, as it was announced last week, the Time Bomb Hiromu Takahashi will go one-on-one with the #1 contender himself, Johnny Gargano, in which a second stipulation will be chosen for that championship match coming up next Sunday. It is ECW versus L.I.J truly tonight. And we are not waiting a second longer to let the war get going here in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. And the crowd is not waiting a second longer either to begin their booing and vilifying of this man. Rightly so. Cold Skull making his way towards the ring. We saw SANADA and Evil last week. Once again, targeting Hiromu Goto, laying him out on the ramp. That SANADA walks down with a magic killer. For Naito entered the ring and made his proclamation, his demand for that ECW Championship match that he'll have next Sunday against Johnny Gargano. And so here tonight, 2 stipulation matches. Anyone can determine anything. Seth Rollins and SANADA, they could determine an added stipulation. They could say, I don't know, SANADA beats Seth Rollins. Let's say that happens. The worst case scenario. That happens. SANADA could completely say, loser leaves the WWE. Or you could just say, if Johnny Gargano loses, he must join L.I.J or something like that. If Rollins wins, he could say something along the lines of, if Gargano wins, L.I.J must disband. But at the same time, they could choose the match that they want as well. They could make it so that SANADA could choose a handicap match or something that would greatly advantage Tetsuya Naito and greatly disadvantage Johnny Gargano. And Seth Rollins could do the opposite. It's completely free reign here tonight. And it is completely clear that times certainly have changed since the last time he was around here. The last time he entered for in-ring action was the 5 days or so before SummerSlam. And he was hated when he faced Adam Cole. Now, for the first time in over 5 months, Seth Rollins returns to in-ring action on the A Show. And he is representing the brand that he knows, loves, and built to be what it is today. We know what Rollins' destiny is at the Royal Rumble. He enters at number 1. He starts the whole thing with a journey, with the goal being to go all the way to the main event of WrestleMania once again. And in Rollins' eyes, it is going to be to challenge Johnny Gargano for that ECW title. It's a big time coming up for Rollins at the Royal Rumble event, no doubt about it. But right now, here tonight, he put himself in this war. He stood alongside Johnny Gargano against the forces of L.I.J. And if there was ever anyone to have on your side representing ECW in a fight where their back is up against the wall, well, you would want the man who personifies ECW. And that is exactly what we have here. So for the first time in 5 months, for the first time as well since Survivor Series, Seth Rollins gets in that ring to compete. And for the first time in 5 months, it is on the show that he was king of for 2 years. SANADA and Seth Rollins getting into a collar elbow tie-up here. I believe this is the first time these two men have had any interaction with one another. Rollins delivered a curb stomp to Hiromu Takahashi. I believe that was 2 weeks ago now on ECW. But not to SANADA, who he has at a side headlock. SANADA working his way out here. Notice how there's no member of L.I.J at ringside, no Johnny Gargano at ringside. That has been a decision undertaken by myself and Kurt Angle to make sure interferences are kept at a minimum. As SANADA steps out of the way and Rollins goes through the ropes and hits the outside quite hard there. First time, of course, Rollins, as I said, has been in the ring since that 71-minute long match with Kazuchika Okada 2 months ago. Or almost 2 months ago, rather, at Survivor Series. How is Rollins feeling? Is he back up to 100%? Are the injuries still plaguing him? Think about it. He came back within about 3 months of being out. That's not really a lot of time to get in some surgeries, to get in some fixes to your body. I don't believe that Rollins underwent any surgeries, but he certainly did get a lot of resting and recuperating, as he let me know himself. But it's, is this the Rollins who was running through everyone and everything in 2018? Or is this the Seth Rollins that was towards the end of the reign? Which Rollins have we got in this ring here tonight? I suppose we're going to find out. Oh! Big tornado DDT. Or whatever Rollins we get. There's no denying that he's absolutely one of the greatest, if not, of course, the greatest to ever step between those ropes. Carver made off that tilt-to-wheel backbreaker to get the win for ECW here tonight. Kick out at 2 for Rollins there. For SANADA, rather. I wonder, because for a change, I can actually say with confirmation and with confidence, Tetsuya Naito is not in the building here tonight. Other members of L.I.J are. We've seen them scattered around the arena. But Naito is nowhere to be seen. Naito not in the building, maybe not even in the country here tonight. And so I wonder, with that being the case, how concerned is he with what he's seeing? Is there worriment for Tetsuya Naito? Or is it just as tranquilo as ever as Rollins comes in with a meteora from the top rope there, taking SANADA down. And he is looking to capitalize here. Middle of the ring, hooks the arm in, and will bend the other one back here. Big time submission locked in, but SANADA breaks out of it relatively early on. Look out now. SANADA. Oh, sliced bread on Rollins. Standing sliced bread from one half of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners and the final NXT Tag Team Champions. And once again, SANADA takes down Rollins. Rollins doesn't seem to have a counter to the Paradise Lock here. Tangled up in his own body. SANADA points and laughs before running a kick into the backside of the former ECW Champion. SANADA now just trying to control Rollins on the mat here. Working over the body. Trying to take advantage wherever he can see it shining through. Rollins steps out on one side though. Good counter from the GOAT, and a back suplex into a facebuster, covering opportunity. SANADA stretches that right arm back though just far enough in order to reach the ropes. But Rollins thinking with a calm head here, thinking with a strong head as well. Nice shin breaker there though from SANADA, and if there was one area of Rollins took a lot of damage during his record-breaking reign, it was those knees. And SANADA using his speed right now to help him out top rope. Elbow drop comes down on Rollins. Hooks the leg here on Rollins to determine the stipulation in this matchup. Gets a kick out at one, and Rollins gets right up to his feet behind him. SANADA taken aback by what he's just seen there. Oh, but Rollins couldn't capitalize. Made one little error. SANADA immediately able to make the most of it and hit that spine buster. Now a single leg Boston Crab once again going to work on the leg and the knee of Rollins here. Rollins though crawling his way, trying to reach that bottom rope, and he's quite comfortably made it there as well. I don't remember the last time I ever saw Seth Rollins tap out, so it's going to have to take a lot of work from SANADA to hope that Skull End would be enough to finish this one off. May have to rely on the moonsault here. We're going to see now from SANADA, works his way in. Sunset flip roll up, use the turnbuckle for an advantage. Covers made, could this do it? No, Rollins gets the shot up in time. It seems as if despite all of his thuggery from the last few weeks, SANADA wrestling this one is a very clean matchup here. Hasn't taken any underhanded advantages. He has just been trying to win this match here this evening. Tit for tat. Rollins with an elbow drop of his own. Looking for something there, but shut down by SANADA, who hits a big cutter, and he hooks the outside leg on Rollins. This could do it here. Not if Seth Rollins has anything to say about it. Shoulder up in time at 2. SANADA, oh, Snapdragon suplex. Big bridge here on Rollins, but the shoulder's up at 1. Rollins, though, on a lot of defense right now, taking a lot of offense, but finally able to get something back here. Forearm, spinning back kick, body blow. Rollins finally starting to come back, and another face buster. T-Mobile Arena cheering Rollins on, but he can't capitalize there on that neck crank. SANADA moved out of the way just in time. Rollins gives up the back. And a devastating German suplex connects there from Cold Skull. Rollins is not, from what I've seen, this is not the record breaker that was Rollins. This is sort of a different kind of Rollins. It's a Rollins. He's still great, but he hasn't got what made him above and beyond everyone else. And I don't know if that's ring rust or if that's injury. But what I do know, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. Skull End, middle of the ring. Skull End. SANADA has the Skull End locked in on Rollins. This could be a disastrous start to the evening for ECW. Rollins may have to tap. Locked in it deep, but there's the escape. There's the veteran mindset of Rollins breaking out of the skull end. Oh, but SANADA won't let him capitalize. Oh, but Rollins won't let SANADA get the advantage either. Here we go, back and forth they go. Rollins going back to Old Faithful so far this evening with that back suplex face buster. And now Rollins has to have a sense of worriment. He was caught in skull end. He could be in trouble. Went for the flying forearm in the corner. There's no one there. SANADA looks to capitalize. Rollins counters. And now we're going to get some vintage Rollins. Buckle bomb connects on SANADA. Oh, wait a minute. That's evil. That's evil. Evil walking towards the ring here. Not if Johnny Gargano has anything to say about it. Gargano acting as security and gorilla. A steel chair into the gut of evil. There's a fight in the ring and there's a fight backstage between L.I.J and ECW. SANADA from the top, crossbody plucked out of midair. Rollins putting him up into a turnbuckle position, but his back gives way. Back giving out there, advantage for SANADA. Oh, but he can't capitalize. Went for that sliced bread again. Rollins had the counter this time around. Big time power slam. And now wind back the clock to the Diamond Crusher. SANADA is down and backstage. Evil is in trouble. Through the table. Through the table goes Evil. And in the ring, Rollins is lining it up here. Curb stomp to SANADA. 1, 2, Seth Rollins wins. For the first time in 5 months, we can say that as well. Rollins, your winner. Evil trying to get involved. Gargano said no way. And the curb stomp finished off cold skull. Rollins has done it here this evening. He chooses the first stipulation here tonight that'll carry over to the Royal Rumble match. And he stands for the first time in 5 months victorious in an ECW ring. But remember, that's not all he's here to do. He's not here to celebrate a victory. He knows it. Rollins has got the microphone in hand and has the opportunity to do anything he wants. Of course, he's bringing up that win. I'm sure it is a nice feeling for him to have. But he knows that his job here is to pick, he's going to pick the match type. Well, he's going to pick the match for next Sunday. And I think it's safe to say that he's picked the right one as well. Now it'll be a straight fight between Gargano and Naito inside of a steel cage. It is time for what could be the implosion of the British Empire. Mark Andrews gonna take a risk from the apron. Oh, Gibson pushed the referee in the way. A low blow. A low blow on Andrews. Taylor bait. Bate sends the chair into the face of Gibson. Tyranny on Gibson. Mark Andrews has beaten Zach Gibson. Tyler Bate getting in the ring. Wow. What a moment this must be for Bate. No! Damn it, no! An emotional ending it was to last week's ECW. And a not so kind response from Vegas for this man. Mark Andrews coming towards the ring, and the crowd is not on his side one bit here. An emotional fight with Zach Gibson on a moment that could have brought the British Empire to its knees, but it wasn't to be the case. Andrews beat Gibson, no doubt about it, but it was what happened after the match that was the true talking point. Coming out, Tyler Bate entering the ring, and Andrews stuck out his hand. He was going to shake the hand of his friend, we all thought, but it not to be. Kicked him down low and left him in the ring. Oh, listen to those boos for the actions of Mark Andrews from last week. He knows what he did wasn't going to be right by this crowd, but I truthfully don't think he cares that much. Mark Andrews, though, has come out here this evening with something to say. He asked for the opportunity to speak, and the chance has been granted. So Andrews letting us know that it wasn't a work. We weren't played. This really was tension in the British Empire, but as he says right there, it will be for the last time. And Mark Andrews felt like last week he had no choice but to cement where his legacy lay, where he belonged on ECW, where he belonged in this company, where he belonged in life. And that was at the side of the British Empire, at the mercy, shall we say, of Tyler Bate. And he does bring up a point there, the amount of times he told Bate to stay out of it, but his friend just would not let him go down this path. And even after last week, he still won't let him go down the path. He still won't let him fall to this way. Mark Andrews waits in the ring as here comes Tyler Bate now. Walking down to the ring to meet face to face with Mark Andrews right now. What a difference a week could make in the mind of Tyler Bate, I'm certain. And Tyler Bate believes the worst. Believes that he has failed Mark Andrews as a friend. Believes he let him down. He left him to suffer when he got the call up to come to this company. He believes he is to blame. Seems as if in the last week Bates got very philosophical about everything, and in many ways seems to be pointing the blame at himself. I'm not sure I agree with him though. He's apologizing profusely here to Mark Andrews, and Mark Andrews is saying that time is over. The time has passed for apologies. And I don't feel like Tyler Bate has to apologize for anything, but Mark Andrews certainly believes that it's time to bring an end to the saga between these two men. And what a way to end it. Mark Andrews wants it to be a straight match between him and Bate next week, with a big stipulation on the line. Bate wins. Andrews will leave the British Empire. Andrews wins. Bate stays out of his way for good. And these two former friends meet face to face in the ring right now. But next week, it will be for so much more than just a stare down. Oh, come on! Gibson from behind. And Andrews just letting his friend be tormented. Gibson hits the helter-skelter. Bader's laid out. Yes, yes, thank you, yes. Let's do it. Let's enjoy this one and let's feast our eyes. Dominik Dijakovic heads towards the ring to go one-on-one with Katsuyori Shibata. Oh, baby, what a match this is gonna be. Kurt Angle was just about to announce two guys who were gonna fight, but it seemed as if two guys wanted to let Angle know himself who was gonna fight. And I'll tell you something else, I have no complaints if this is what they want to do. Dijakovic in the tag team, of course, with One Lorca, known as Boston Strong Style, but that's not what it's about for Dijakovic here this evening. It's not about the tag team. That was last week. Tonight, it is for the right to go to the Royal Rumble, the final Royal Rumble qualifier for ECW. That'll be, trying to remember how many names we have confirmed for the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, Kushida, and the winner of this match. So there will be 4 names kept quiet for that Royal Rumble match. Monday Night Raw want to play dirty. ECW will gladly do the same. But before we start playing the same tactics as the red brand, I think it's safe to say that we just need to soak in and embrace one more Rumble qualifier. And not only that, but embrace one hell of a Rumble qualifier as well. We have not seen this man in a number of months. But all he has to do is show up and says he wants a fight, and it's like he never went anyway. It's the wrestler, Katsuyori Shibata. I know Las Vegas is known for its showbiz capital, for all the shows that you can come and see while you're here. But right now, there is no show in Vegas that I would rather see than the fight between Dominik Dijakovic and Katsuyori Shibata. I think this is the best show in Vegas right now. And it's about to somehow get even better. I cannot wait to see what these two men will do. Shibata looking poised and focused here this evening. His head in the zone and his mind focused on just one place he wants to go to. That is the Royal Rumble. Only one of them's going there though. Which one is it going to be? Well, let's find out. Bell rings and we're underway. And they try to strike each other at the same time. Shibata gets the upper hand there. STO takedown. And now has an early lead here on Dijakovic and throws his head into Dijakovic's. I knew these guys were going to be trying something from the off. I didn't think they were going to go 100 miles an hour though. PK in the corner. Shibata has come out of this one fully intended to just go after Dijakovic right here, right now. And that's what he's looking to do. Dijakovic caught off guard maybe. Trying to recover in the corner here. Look out. Exploder from Shibata. Nailed all of that one on Dijakovic, but here comes Dijakovic now back with a few shots of his own. These two men, forget your carnival types, forget your feeling out processes. We're just going to have a fight right here and right now. Dijakovic, belly to belly on a Shibata. And he will take himself to the top rope right here, right now. Big risk early on maybe. Looks for a twisting splash, but no one there. Actually, there were things there. It was Katsuyori Shibata's knees. Running kick in the face. Boot, meet jaw, cover made by Shibata, and it's only good for the count of one. No more than that either, but Shibata doesn't care. He doesn't need a second invitation. He'll pick right back up where he left off, and he'll go right back after Dijakovic here. Dijakovic though comes up with a counter. Nasty chop in the chest there. And now off the ropes. Spinebuster. These two men have come up with the intentions of just putting the hit right down onto one another. And nothing more than that either. Big right hand from Dijakovic, who comes in with a neck breaker to follow up as well. See what Dijakovic can do right here, right now. He has Shibata in a reverse suplex. He takes him down. Nicely done indeed. Cover made, your first cover made by Dijakovic. We're going to put this one away. No more than a count of one though for Dijakovic as well. But he won't get the neck crank. Shibata comes in and gets another STO, and that takes Dijakovic down right here. These two men are just going back and forth with one another, throwing the heavy hits at each other. They've had no time at all to get a game plan going, and so they've just decided to enter the ring and start raining down shots on one another. Look out here, into the barricade goes Shibata, launched into it, courtesy of Dijakovic. Dijakovic now lifts up Shibata, looks for a super kick there. Shibata counters, back suplex. Oh, Dijakovic lands on his feet, and a spinner power bomb will lay down Shibata, but it won't finish him off. Great series of counters there from both men. But it's Dijakovic who has the upper hand now. Crossbody from the second turnbuckle. take Shibata down. And once again, I think Dijakovic has a trip to the top rope planned. Didn't work out the first time. What about the second time? He'll look for the same move, and he'll get the same outcome as well. Can't go to the well against Shibata once he's counted a move. That's it. Forget about it. You ain't getting it. Oh, what a back suplex. What a back suplex from Shibata. He covers Dijakovic, but he hasn't put him away. Absolutely stiffed him with that one. Looked like he dumped Dijakovic down in his head and neck. But it wasn't enough. But Shibata may not lead much longer. Might he be setting up for the PK here and a trip to the Royal Rumble? German suplex not happening. Dijakovic comes up with a counter there. And a neck breaker comes in, taking Shibata down once more. Look at these quick flurry of moves from both men. Once the window opens up, well, they just go for it. And they hit whatever they can think of. Shibata, ran down with a big shoulder charge there from Dijakovic. Shibata rolled to the apron there. And knew exactly what he was doing. Might have been thinking PK. Might have been looking for the snap move for the PK. Dijakovic putting the bricks on that one though. At the perfect moment as well. As he drives Shibata's gut into that top rope there. Well, these guys have just been going all out on one another from the moment the bell rang. No breaks from either man here. They've been going after one another and just hitting everything they can until they can keep the other one down. And with these two men, that's gonna be way easier said than done as another brutal headbutt connects from Shibata. Dijakovic rolls to the outside there, might not know where he is right now. Or Shibata took way too long. Dijakovic's eyes may have been glazed, but his focus was sharp. As he got the counter there on Shibata. But it's Shibata who's driving Dijakovic into the apron. Not once, but twice there. And now he's got Dijakovic right where he wants it. Boston Crab. Boston Crab locked in here. Locked in on Dijakovic, who is too close to the ropes. For Shibata to hope to be able to finish off this contest here. Irish whip off the ropes. Oh, too early from Shibata. Went for the step in Sagiri. Dijakovic had it scouted. Northern Light suplex. Bridges after it. Another cover in this matchup. And another one count. God, these guys are just throwing whatever they've got at one another. It's like they just come in here and just been, well, they literally have just been brought into this ring and just been told, fight, fight. Oh my God, what a drop kick. Right into the head of Dijakovic. Brutal from Shibata there, who takes Dijakovic to the turnbuckle now. Oh, but the boot is up there. And the drop kick comes in as well from this fantastically talented athlete. Look out. Oh no. Shibata counters. Irish whip countered into a belly to belly. Dijakovic up to his feet on his own merit. Shibata. Oh, he's counted as well. Dijakovic gets in a belly to belly. Shibata doesn't get up to his feet. And he's met with a right hand. One more in the back. One slip up. One mistake. And you will feast your eyes. All it took was one counter, and Dijakovic was in. Feast your eyes connects. The leg is hooked. And Dominic Dijakovic is going to the Royal Rumble. That was all he needed. That belly to belly counted. One move countered by Dijakovic. One opening. And he did not make a mistake with it either. 6 men that we know will represent ECW in the Royal Rumble. The other 4 will be kept silent. But in the final qualifier for ECW before the Royal Rumble, we were treated to just a fight. And that was what we got. It was a great fight as well. But there could only be one man going to the Royal Rumble next Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, that man is none other than Dominik Dijakovic. Gargano getting one hell of a pre-match pep talk there, and not only that, but a pre-match pep talk from one of the greatest to ever do it. The match type is chosen. Gargano just has to go out here after this contest and topple Hiromu Takahashi. Can ECW go 2-0 tonight against L.I.J? We'll find out. Right now, our attention turns towards the tag team tournament that we've got going on here. To the second triple threat match we've got to determine the number one contenders to the ECW tag team titles. We know that the British Empire of Zack Sabre Jr. and Zach Gibson will be competing next week. But who will they be facing? We will find out. It's going to be Tony Nese representing the New Foundation. It is going to be Otis representing Heavy Machinery. And it's going to be Kofi Kingston representing the New Day. So we will be about to find out who will be meeting the British Empire next week, and they will of course go on to the Royal Rumble. The winner of that match will go on to the Royal Rumble to face the ECW Tag Team Champions, The Revival. Otis looking fired up and ready to go here tonight, the big man in this matchup. Definitely got the weight advantage, definitely. If he's given the chance, going to be throwing these two men around. But we've seen we know from the talent of these two men that it's not going to be as simple as just getting them in the ring and throwing them around the place. Kofi Kingston representing the New Day, of course. If he wins, it'll be him and Xavier Woods taking on the British Empire next week, but we do not know, of course, who it'll be. We just know who the opponents are for the winners. I mean, you think about everything, going off of momentum alone, well, it's got to be the New Foundation. They are absolutely running away with momentum right now. Then you go off of strength, you choose Otis. You go off of tenacity and experience, you take Kofi Kingston. There's a reason why any of these men realistically can win the match. But who will it be? Which one of these men will it be? I suppose we're about to find out right here, right now. That's for certain. Kingston lined up and ready to go, as I'm sure his opponents are on the outside as well. It's going to be a very important match for all three men involved. An important match, of course, for the Revival, who I'm sure are watching wherever they are from. They're the ones who wanted this to happen. They've got their wish. And they may be getting their hands on the team who attacked them after they won the tag team titles back at Anarchy Rules. And of course, being the man in pink and white there in Tony Nese. Standoff between all three men. Oh, Otis will come in and steamroll both men down. Otis not playing about here. Comes out of the gates and immediately goes after both men here. Taking them both down, but Kofi back up to his feet, and now he wants a shot at Otis here. Didn't like being attacked by Otis, and takes Otis down with a clothesline. Now turns his attention though towards the premier athlete. Tony Nese counters. And let's see what these two men will be able to do in the ring against one another. Kick in the gut by Nese. Knee, kick, and sweeps the leg. Big combo there for the premier athlete. But Otis doesn't need a combo. Just enters the ring and runs you down. There's the strength advantage that I talked about. And there it is being demonstrated onto Kofi Kingston with that suplex. Oh, Nese trying to come in from behind there. Otis saw it coming and takes it down. And Nese taking an early escape out of the ring in this matchup. And a huge right hand from Otis takes down Kingston. Otis has come out here tonight to fight. He has come out here tonight to make sure the heavy machinery meet the British Empire next week. There is no doubt about that one whatsoever. Kingston, though, coming back. Nice counter DDT. Oh, but Nese coming in from behind there, caught him with a knee. Returns his attention on Otis for a moment. Kingston, not like it being just looked just cast upon the other way, though. But Nese will make him pay with a big backbreaker there. Forearm shot, and now Nese sends Otis into the turnbuckle there with that flying forearm. Otis rolls out of the ring now here, though. And once again, Kofi and Tony Nese locking horns as Otis rolls out of the ring after having a hot start in this matchup so far. Look out here. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from Kofi Kingston. And down goes Tony Nese right there and then. Good opportunity for Kingston to capitalize. Otis enters back in the ring, but he's just going to let Kingston do whatever it was that he wanted to do. Up and over goes the premier athlete right there. And now there's Otis. Headbutt into the back of Kofi Kingston there. Kingston hits the mat hard. Otis drives Nese into the mat as well. Otis is just a wrecking crew right now, taking out both men in this contest. I knew he had his strength advantage, but I didn't think he'd be using it to this extent. And there's that headbutt again. Driving his cranium into Kofi Kingston's. And now driving his whole damn body weight into Kingston, taking him down. Kofi rolls to the outside, and now Otis is in here on Nese. Could have done that one armed. Oh, look for the big right hand there, but Nese able to come up with a counter. Spinning heel kick. Otis stays on his feet. Drop kick. Otis doesn't go down again. And a big left from Otis there comes in. Nese thought he had something going there, thought he might have had a chance to topple him. No, it's Nese who goes back down. Otis is just using his strength to the absolute fortitude here that he can. Rolling out of the way there is Otis. And a backbreaker comes in on Kofi. Kofi gets in the ring and immediately gets taken down with a backbreaker as Nese is once again thrown into the turnbuckle with extreme force. Belly to belly. Both Nese and Kingston trying to understand where they are right now. But there we go, Kofi back up, and with an uppercut coming in on Otis here, Kofi has the chance to get something in on Otis again. And just like that, he had the chance, and it's taken away from him. What a lariat there. Kingston rolls to the outside again. This match has been pretty much, for the most part, Otis raining down shots on both men, but it's Nese right now running down the shots onto Otis here. Took him down there. Nice attack. Otis in trouble now, taken into the turnbuckle by Tony Nese. It's a big running forearm. Otis down on the mat, in trouble. And Tony Nese all of a sudden has the number of Otis here, and he's going to be looking for the submission. Cross armbar, but I don't think he knew. Kingston was getting back in the ring there. And now the two men will work together with a double team there on Tony Nese. Nese rolling out of the ring once more. Otis comes after Kingston. Huge strength of Kofi Kingston there. Using Otis's momentum against him to send him into that top rope. And Kingston now leaps up in the corner and comes raining down with the right hand. And an uppercut for good measure. Sends Otis into that bottom turnbuckle. Kingston found the opening and now he will make the most of it. Never mind, so says Otis, who comes in with a double axe handle down on Kingston. Nice back up to his feet and back in the ring. But Otis has something in mind here for Kingston. Oh yeah, it's just a feat of strength. Throwing him. As Nice comes in with a big knee there. And Otis, for I think only the second time this match, rolls out of the ring. And that allows Nice and Kingston to do battle once again. I imagine these two guys have quite the game plan orchestrated. Bret Hart definitely towards Tony Nese. And now it's all just been thrown out of the window by the strength of Otis that it seems as if both sides underestimated. Elbow drop, cover for the new foundation to go through. Oh, the far shoulder up just in time. Good work there by the referee to say that one. Misses the strike there. Does Kingston. And then, oh, big kick. Spinning kick as well. Another combination from Tony Nese. And another occasion where Otis comes into the ring and runs him right down. Corner splash this time. Nese has it scouted. Gets out of the way. Takes him down. Reins in the right hands. And there is Kingston coming back in the ring as well. Nese with a spinning heel kick and Kingston goes down and he'll go right back out of the ring as well. Tony Nese now seems to be the one with a bit of control in this one. He seems to be the one who's just got that extra edge right now. Wait a minute. Nese hoisting Otis onto that top rope. Fantastic strength. And a drive-by knee connects, taking Otis down. The opportunity has opened itself up. Kofi is out on the outside. He's sat up, but he doesn't know where he is. Nese in position. Here we go. 450. No! Otis got the knees up in time there. Huge lariat takes Nese down. But hang on. Kingston back in the ring. Travel in Paradise. Kingston nailed it with it. Travel in Paradise to Otis. Kofi Kingston has done it for the New Day. Kingston has won it. And while the British Empire were watching from the back, next week it is all to play for. New Day, British Empire, who will face the Revival at the Royal Rumble. And folks, that is not all there is to look forward to on the final ECW for the Royal Rumble. It is a busy night for the British Empire as two men representing ECW in the Royal Rumble will collide. John Cena and Drew McIntyre will do battle against one another. What a matchup I'm sure that will be. But as we heard earlier on in the evening, it is time for everything to meet its pasture. It is time for this saga to close. Finally, Tyler Bate will go one-on-one with Mark Andrews. We have been waiting so long for this match, so long for this journey to come to its end, and it does next week. And if Andrews loses, he leaves the British Empire. All that and much more to come next week. But right now, our focus turns to tonight and the main event of the evening here in Vegas. And once again, it turns to the vilification of a member of L.I.J. Hiromu Takahashi to meet Johnny Gargano one-on-one here this evening. We already know that it'll be a steel cage match between Gargano and Naito next Sunday at the Rumble. But now is the chance to add any kind of extra stipulation they want onto it. I talked about it earlier with SANADA. It could be a handicap steel cage match. It could be loser leaves town. Gargano must join L.I.J. Naito must shave his head bald. All of these opportunities are there. Anything can be chosen by the winner. But it's the question of who the winner will be. And I think Vegas have chosen their betting odds for this one. And they seem to have gone with the safe pick. With the favorite. With the heart and soul of ECW. Johnny Gargano once again entering to a raucous reception from this crowd as he prepares to do battle here tonight with Hiromu Takahashi. Gargano has been waiting for this for a number of weeks. Think of how many times he's been on the receiving end of an L.I.J beatdown. And think of how many times Hiromu Takahashi has had a part to play in it as well. No L.I.J at ringside. No Seth Rollins at ringside. Nowhere for Hiromu to run. And the main event of the evening is underway. Bell rings and... well, I'm not surprised. Immediately, Hiromu retreats outside of the ring. And Gargano is just standing there. He is not playing the games of Hiromu Takahashi here. He is just going to stand there and just watch and just let it happen. Count continuing on. Oh, Gargano made a run there and Hiromu stopped dead in his tracks. A bit of fear there. Gargano going after Hiromu. Hiromu comes back in the ring. He immediately gets back out. Of course he does. He knows what he's doing here. He's playing coy. I also think there's a bit of fear with Hiromu. He doesn't want to get in the ring with Johnny Gargano. Oh, and Gargano went charging at him, and again Hiromu steps off the apron. Gargano just having his mind played with by Hiromu. But Hiromu, you shouldn't have turned your back! Johnny Gargano just found one window of opportunity, and here we go. Gargano in now. And he is going right after Hiromu Takahashi. The strikes come in here, and Hiromu finds himself in deep trouble. This isn't where he wanted to be, but this is where he's going to end up now. Hiromu, though, lifts. Come on. Lifted. Gargano to his feet and got out of the ring immediately. Turns around. Oh, sidestep the double axe handle attempt. Running super kick and running back into the ring. Hiromu now the one in the ring with Gargano on the outside, and he is just running here for as long as he can, staying away from Gargano. He does not want Gargano to get his revenge on him. He knows everything that he's done wrong. He knows everything that he did to Gargano. And he does not want to be on the reciprocating end of it again. Tried for one opportunity there to get the upper hand on Gargano, and it just wasn't going to pan out the way he wanted it to. Here we go now, nowhere to turn to, and Hiromu. Is he fighting here maybe? Big time counter there with that Uranagi, and Hiromu sees the chance here. Forearm on the apron. Oh, Canadian Destroyer! Down on his head and neck went Johnny Gargano. Up to his feet here, but Hiromu Takahashi is able to remain in control right now. Gargano, dazed, confused, could have been spiked on his neck. Either way, Hiromu Takahashi has taken control. The time bomb found one opening, and he's made the most of it. And now, to Naito. Koji clutch locked in. Koji clutch is locked in here on Johnny Gargano. Will he have to submit to Hiromu Takahashi? It is not going to happen. Gargano with the elbow to get out of it, and now the opening has found itself here for the heart and soul of ECW. Johnny Wrestling has the chance now to rein in these shots on Hiromu Takahashi, and in they go. Thick and fast between them. Neck breaker now, and Hiromu goes down. And Gargano can finally work over that arm, driving Hiromu into the mat. With it as well. Super kick. No. Hiromu out of countered. Quick counter as well, but a big one for that as well. And look at that forearm there. Took Gargano down to one knee. Johnny Gargano got to fight back here. does not want to stay on the receiving end of Hiromu's offense for too long. Hiromu runs out of the ring, but doesn't get a moment to breathe. Gargano takes to the skies again. And now it seems like Gargano ain't gonna let Hiromu play his games. He ain't interested in them. In the running to the outside, in the upper hand opportunities that he's trying to find. Gargano wants nothing to do with them. Snake eyes into the steps and a slingshot spear as he gets back into the ring. Gargano hooks the leg of Hiromu here to finish him off. It's no more than a count of two though. But Gargano will stay on point here. Stay on Hiromu the best that he can. Knocks him round. Poison Rana! A little bit of payback for that Canadian Destroyer early on, and Hiromu is now in a state of trouble. Gargano has him right where he wants him here, calling Hiromu to the top rope. Here we go, blockbuster from Gargano. And could that do it here for Johnny Wrestling? Cover on Hiromu, no! Again, Hiromu kicks out, and I wonder, is Naito a little bit worried about the performance so far of Hiromu? He has not been performing perhaps as well as Naito would have wanted. But he's coming back here with a poison runner of his own. Now, cannonball sent on follow-up as well. Hiromu found another opening to take control, and the crowd doesn't like that at all. Big Northern Light suplex, big bridge. This won't be enough, but it certainly could wear down Gargano. Got a 2 count on him there, and Hiromu staying on Johnny Gargano here from behind. Oh, what a German suplex. This is what Naito needed, unfortunately, and this is what he's getting. Hiromu coming back here. Big run off the ropes, and a big head scissors takes him down. Gargano a long way away, but not far away for Hiromu at all. Comes in with a senton, hooks the leg, but he hasn't done enough to finish off Johnny Wrestling. But Hiromu has Gargano now, and it is working out just fine for the time bomb. And wherever Naito's watching from, he's watching with bated breath for one, but he is watching, seeing Hiromu getting in some good offense shit, but Gargano comes up with a counter. What is Gargano going to do here? Throws Hiromu out to the apron. Wait a minute. Check this out from Gargano. Incredible strength to bring Hiromu back into the ring. Nailed that apron superplex Falcon Arrow. Double foot stop on the top rope. Runs into the cover. This could be the moment for Gargano to beat Hiromu. Oh, the shoulders up in time. Referee deems it a 2 count. Close there, but Hiromu counters. Hiromu counters him. Now, has him up on the shoulder. Wait a minute. Time bomb. Nailed it with time bomb. This can't be. Oh, Gargano kicks out at 2. And for a split second, there was huge worriment there that Gargano was going to be finished off by that time bomb. Vegas was in shock for a moment there. But Gargano got the shot up in the nick of time, but he is in trouble. Clotheslined up and over to the outside, courtesy of Hiromu. Super kick, no, Gargano sidesteps. Hurricane Runner on the outside now. What is Gargano going to do here? Has the opening, and he is going to make Hiromu pay. He's going to torture him. Gargano escape on the outside. On the outside, Hiromu taps, but it doesn't matter. But Gargano knows it. He just wanted Hiromu to suffer, and now he wants to finish him off. Gargano calling Hiromu to his feet. The time bomb has absolutely no idea where he is right now. Hiromu, stagger Daisy. No, are you kidding me? No. What the? No way. No. What the hell is that shit? No, Architect's Annihilation, no less. Gargano is almost frozen in place for the shirt that this Master Silent is wearing. Hiromu is down and out. Hiromu is won by Here we go. Here we go. Gargano's glare hasn't moved from that shit. We are all as confused as one another, but now look who's here on the Titantron. This can't be happening. This cannot be happening. This is a setup. There is no way that such a thing would happen. Naito trying to say that there is a new member of... It was a ruse. It was a setup because there's Evil. That was the man in the Seth Rollins shirt. Back Gargano had him scouted. He saw Evil slip behind and he wasn't going to be hard done by L.I.J again tonight. God Slayer on Evil. It was Evil who jumped Hiromu. It was Evil behind that mask. But the shock factor worked. And Naito knows it. And he is rubbing in the fact that their plan worked. By the time we realized there was a member of L.I.J at ringside, the bell had been rung. And Hiromu got his DQ win. And that means that Naito is going to pick the added stipulation to their steel cage match at the Royal Rumble. And he seems to have been thinking this one through for a while, but he's got one that'll make Gargano suffer. What is Naito going to pick here? Tetsuya Naito is trying to drive a dagger through the heart of Johnny Gargano. If Gargano doesn't win at the Royal Rumble, he can't challenge for the title for the rest of the year.